So my starting point with the U house is, how can I create a design that focuses living outdoor and your garden becomes part of your house rather than in front of your house? It's basically, you design the garden first, you design the outdoor living area first, and then you build the house around the garden.
Correct.
So that from every point of the house, you have that sensation of inside and outside merging together. So if you look at the U house, what you will notice is all the facades of the U house, the U shape,
Correct.
they're all glass and they all open up. And when they open up, the garden is in the middle and the pool is in the middle. And the architect who actually interpreted my idea,
correct,
and he added a lot to it.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Straight Talk. In this episode, we have Cameron Deggin here in the Istanbul office. I know you missed him. No, I'm just kidding. Nobody's missed you. From now on, I mean, lately we've been doing all the episodes with you, Cameron, right?
True.
Yeah. And today we'll be talking about build and design your own home. Design and build.
Design and build.
Design and build.
Which is quite a popular theme lately.
And lately, there's an increase in these leads, right? These are the people who want to come to Turkey, buy a land, and build their own house, which is a very romantic idea. Whether it's just beautiful,
of course.
It's a beautiful villa overlooking the Mediterranean, the south coast of Turkey, the beautiful bays of Mediterranean, or the ones that we're building in Istanbul right now, the Bosphorus view places, etc. Now, I'll ask you a question. This might come as a funny question. What's wrong with the supply in Istanbul? All the houses that are here, don't people like them? I mean, why do people want to build their own house?
Yes, there are many properties for sale, but if someone comes along and says, I want a property that truly reflects my lifestyle, my taste, it's a part of me in the property, rather than somebody else's vision, somebody else's idea, or what makes a good property, then designing and building your own is not only addresses that, but for a lot of our clients who engage in that, it's a very, very rewarding process. The whole process of actually designing, basically putting your heart into it is the whole thing, really.
So far, when I look at the properties, the homes that we build, I mean, it's just, some of them are masterpieces. I mean, overlooking the gorgeous bays of Mediterranean. I mean, the likes of the Chevalier Island. I mean, we even have a video. I went there to interview the owner of that house in Chevalier Island, which is an amazing house. The moment I went there, I walked into the home, I looked around, I saw the beautiful terraces, and I was like, oh my God, if this is not a piece of heaven, I don't know what is. It was a gorgeous place.
The setting is out of this world.
The setting is amazing. And whoever has built that property has done, an amazing job. And when you look at, the gardens from level by level, terraces level by level.
We terraced it all the way down to water.
And on this island, we have designed a few other properties, right?
On Chevalier Island in Fethiye, over the past 13 years, the first one we did was in 2007, we designed and built 3 villas. Interestingly, they all kind of sit next to each other. That was a coincidence because we found available land kind of next to one another. And for us, that was actually quite a challenge because on Chevalier Island, you can't actually use machinery. So you can't actually go with a driller and drill. You can't use any machinery. Everything on Chevalier Island, because Chevalier Island has got historic importance. It's got ruins from, I think, Byzantium or Roman period or something. Absolutely. And so everything is handmade. Everything is manual labor.
Correct.
Everything. And despite that, we were able to build each villa over one building season, which
Yeah.
starts late October and ends late May.
There must be, I mean, so much effort behind it.
Yeah.
Well, rightfully so. The outcome is amazing. But that's
Yeah.
not the only outcome. We have the White House concept as well, which started back in, the North
The
Cyprus.
White House,
Yeah.
the very first White House was built, the White House Premium, the largest of all,
Yeah.
with around 700 square meter living area, indoor living area, was built in northern Cyprus, in Kyrenia,
Correct.
which is the north shore of northern Cyprus. When I look back on this particular design now, which we had created almost 15 years ago,
Ooh.
to me, that design today isn't something I would do anymore.
Okay.
Because to me, it's like, that belongs to 15 years ago, if you
Okay.
see what I mean, with pillars and quite a flamboyant frontage.
Correct.
Yeah, we called it the White House because, truth be told, we actually kind of were inspired by the White House. It is white, it's got the pillars, it looks like the White House. It wasn't our idea, it was the client's idea.
Okay.
He liked it. And he
says, okay, he goes and he sees, okay, this is the White House in Washington, D.C. I'm going to go to Northern Cyprus and I'm going to build something exactly
I'm going to
like
build
this.
a miniature version of the White House. So basically,
What was the client from?
Czech Republic, in fact.
Okay, not even
Czech
American.
Republic. Czech Republic. So the whole idea, the whole idea was that he had a vision. He wanted to create a special house that had certain special floor plan within the house as well. He wanted a basement
Correct.
with a special cinema room, and he actually wanted the kitchen area to have access from the master bedroom. He wanted certain interesting features within the house, which none of the existing properties kind of delivered. So at that point, we sat down with the client and we said to him, look, why don't we buy land and build to your taste? So that's what we did. We got him to purchase the land.
Correct.
We got the land registered onto his name. That was step one for us. Always secure the land first onto the client's name, so that at least the client has a title deed upon which we're building. Okay.
Correct.
And when we finish the property, building the property, when he walked in, it was exactly as he wanted.
Wow.
Exactly as he wanted, down to the color of the flooring, particular coving that we had on the ceilings.
Correct.
It was exactly as he wanted. And he still enjoys it today.
Can we reach out to him?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I'd like to reach out to him.
And then what we did is we took that White House design that we built in Cyprus, we slightly modified it, and we built...
You made it digestible.
Yeah, palatable,
Yeah.
size and budget-wise.
Smaller, yeah.
And we kind of brought it to Fethiye.
I visited
in
the
Turkey,
setting in
Novacic.
Fethiye.
And I think today in Novacic, there are at least a dozen White Houses,
Yeah.
which kind of beats the purpose a little bit, because
Yeah.
the whole idea of custom design and build is
It's a
that
common
each villa
thing
is an
now.
individual.
Correct.
So this White House became a bit of a mass production for us. Not because we intended to, but because
Yeah.
clients came, they saw it, they liked it, and they
Correct.
wanted the same. So,
I went there 2 years ago. I saw
Yeah.
that setting.
Yeah.
I made a video. I posted on YouTube. To this day, I'm still getting inquiries. People want to buy that house. People want
yeah.
houses like that,
Yeah.
overlooking the beautiful valley,
yeah,
enjoying a gorgeous sunset in a beautiful place with low humidity and etc. And the concept itself is actually a brilliant concept. But that's in the past now.
Now, we're doing the same in Bodrum. But if you look at the designs we're doing in Bodrum,
Yeah, this time
you'll
onto
see a
something
massive
different.
difference.
Yeah.
It's like each design for us is better than the one before, better than the one before.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, well, horses for courses, really.
Well,
I mean,
of
it's
course.
just
But
yeah,
the
different
U house,
strokes to
I
different
love the
folks.
U house.
yeah. Your house, it's just such a beautiful design. It's on our website. The moment people
Yeah.
go on our website, and people are asking a lot of questions about,
Yeah.
oh, what is this U house?
Yeah.
Where is this U house? And I'm trying to explain to them, it's a concept
It's a,
that Cameron Deggin is building.
Yeah.
It's a concept. Why do you wanted to design? Why did you wanted to design a U house? Where did that idea come from?
Well, the shape of the house is a U. Hence, the
It's
U
the
house.
U house.
Hence the U house. And the whole point of the U house is this. When developers build villas, 99% of them, they build the villa, and then they start thinking of the landscaping of it. So it's almost like the structure is put there, and then once the structure is finished, okay, let's put the pool in front of it, and then here's a garden. Let's play around with the garden a little bit. So the feeling that I get of most conventional villas is that you have the house and the garden. The garden and the house, they're not fully merged in together.
Okay.
And I'm thinking in a place like Bodrum, where 8 months out of 12, you live outdoors, your primary living area is not the indoor, it's the outdoor. Yeah. So my starting point with the U house is, how can I create a design that focuses living outdoor, and your garden becomes part of your house rather than in front of your house? It's basically, you design the garden first, you design the outdoor living area first, and then you build the house around the garden.
Correct.
So that from every point of the house, you have that sensation of inside and outside merging together. So if you look at the U house, what you will notice is all the facades of the U house, the U shape,
correct,
they're all glass and they all open up. And when they open up, the garden is in the middle and the pool is in the middle. Yeah. And the architect who actually interpreted my idea,
correct,
and he added a lot to it, is ex Zaha Hadid. So anyone who knows the architectural world will very well know the importance of late Zaha Hadid in the architectural world, and is my childhood friend, and he was one of the chief architects of Zaha Hadid. So these guys are at the cutting edge of contemporary architecture. So he actually designed the U house.
U house is still up for sale, right?
There are 3 of them. One of them is sold, and the other 2 are up for sale.
Okay.
They're being built now. We started. The construction season just started, and they'll be completed hopefully at the end of May.
Please reach out to us with this WhatsApp number if you're interested in the U house. Send in your inquiries and say, I am interested in the U house concept in Bodrum. All right. And also, I'm going to provide some links in the down description box below so they can read about.
I can give you some very decent pictures of the U house.
What it is, and where it's located.
It's in Gümüşhane, Bodrum Gümüşhane.
Correct.
It's in a village setting. The U house, the idea with the U house is not a hilltop overlooking the sea.
Correct.
The idea of the U house is village setting, green, kind of authentic surroundings. Hence, what we did is we created life within. Rather than, because you're not looking out towards anything, you're creating life within the garden. So wherever you sit in the house, you one with the garden and the pool area.
True.
The house wraps the garden basically.
It's
an amazing concept.
And we have the L house now.
Well, we haven't named it yet, but we started 4 new villas, each one slightly different from the other, again in Bodrum, and this time we're utilizing an L shape.
Correct.
And this time they kind of overlook a beautiful panorama with a few islands dotted. The view is very nice, hence it's not U, it's L, because it's kind of more outward looking. Although we tried to bring in the kind of the merger of external and internal living space, but the more important thing there is that all the bedrooms and all the living areas have the view of the sea. And believe me, when you're building a 4-bedroom house on around 900 square meter land size, to have all the bedrooms with a view is very difficult, and we managed it.
Okay, Cameron, we have talked about our services and what we have done so far and what are some of our ongoing projects and etc. Can we or shall we talk about the entire process of it, how things work?
Very briefly, I'll touch upon it.
Very briefly, because we have a very big article on our website, with all the details. Actually, you know what? Why don't we leave the details for the article?
No, let me touch upon it. It's very important.
Okay, touch upon it.
Okay, if you want to design and build a property, the number one thing is the land. We got to choose the right plot of land. The right plot of land that will give you the design and the size, the shape, the ambiance of the house that you want.
Okay.
Okay? And considering that planning regulations are different from one area of Turkey to the other, and even within an area from one district to the other, you need to know where to buy the land that you can build what you want. For example, if you are the type of person who loves modern, contemporary, very contemporary houses, you're not going to get that in Fethiye.
Correct.
Because the planning regulations in Fethiye do not allow for very modern contemporary. You need to have a pitch roof to start with. You can't have a pitch roof and a contemporary house.
True.
It doesn't go. Okay, so you need to be thinking maybe Kalkan or maybe Bodrum or places like that. Okay, so, that's a thought. So we find the right plot of land that gives you the right planning allowance, the size, style, etc. Then what you need to do next is you need to buy that land so that you are the freehold owner of the land that we then build upon. Why? Well, okay, with all goodwill in the world, you're a client, we're the provider, we're the service provider, the builder. Your peace of mind is very, very important.
Correct.
That you feel safe and secure during the process. And you will have maximum safety and security when you own the land that we build on. Because then
100%.
you have the upper hand. We're building on the land that you own, which means almost everything on that land belongs to you.
Correct.
So we actually are then really providing a service to you. So you register the land to your name. Then what we do is really, in my opinion, one of the most exciting parts of the process, the design stage.
Correct.
At that stage, we sit around the table and we come up with ideas. Sometimes these ideas are ridiculous. They can never be implemented.
Okay.
They're like really off the wall. But I like to hear them because that gives me an indication of your lifestyle, of your desires. And then it's up to us to take that, put it into a context that's doable and manageable and cost effective.
Correct.
We agree that with you, and then we start designing. We would probably give you at least 5-6 iterations of the design before we mutually agree that this is what we're going to build. Once we agree, then what you do is you submit that to the municipality, to the local municipality, in order to get the planning permission. That usually takes about a month or two.
Can it all be done remotely, by the way?
It can all be done remotely.
Okay.
Within a month or two, we get the planning permission. Planning permission means you can start building.
Okay.
And then you start building. The way we generally do is we utilize our own crew, generally. There are a few exceptions where we have to use contractors. But we generally have our own crew, and we appoint an engineer to oversee the crew so that, the quality is there and everything is actually done the way it should be done.
Okay.
So you need an engineer to oversee that. And we finish it off. The way we operate is we decide everything up front. We don't leave anything to chance. Like, we don't get to a stage whereby halfway through construction, what color marble shall we use? Or shall we use natural stone or ceramic or marble, or shall we go for wooden flooring? No. The renders that we do, the plans that we agree up front, will have incorporated all of those details down to the color. And even down to, if you're using wood, even down to what kind of wood it's going to be. Will it have the eyes, or will it have the streaks, and how wide or narrow they will be? Because all these make up the design. The design is not just about what the property looks like from outside. It's also the feeling of the property inside. What
Correct.
you see, what you smell, what you feel. All that is the home.
True.
So all of that is decided up front. And then we basically execute. The ideal scenario is that the client should be visiting at least 2 or 3 times during the construction stage, just to make sure that he's happy. But there has been cases where our clients couldn't come. and we finalized. And then when they came, they moved into their home, and they were happy nonetheless. So that's usually it. And as far as the payments go, of course, you're buying the land, so you need to pay for the land, and then the rest we do some kind of an installment plan, like I don't know, 20-30% up front to get us started, and then as we build, by stage completion, as it's called.
Okay.
And we generally retain the final 10% or so to after handover, so that you come in, you take over your property,
you see the property,
you know,
complete the payment.
the snag list. There's always going to be a few snags here and there. Okay. And then once we complete those, then we get the final payment, and then you already have the title deed to the land, and then the property gets registered onto your own title deed. Voila, you've got the land and the property on your title deed. Very easy process, in fact.
Very easy. Very easy. That's very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Cameron Deggin, thank
When
you
am
very
I
much.
designing a house for you, Alaattin?
For me,
Well, it will be a dark box, because you don't like sunshine.
well,
so.
but you
No windows, no nothing, just the door. Just go in and
just a
sleep.
door or
Just go in and
blinds,
sleep,
yeah.
Alaattin. You've got a lot of work to do anyway. You have a lot of editing to do. So just a box, a bed.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
going to build you a box. Don't
Okay,
worry.
build
With
me a
door
box.
and a toilet.
Build me a box.
All dark.
Yeah. Where do I eat? By the door or by the fridge?
Up to you, mate.
Okay. Thank you very much. See you in the next episode.
See you.